This is the Mission Objectives panel. This screen displays the locations and details of each objective you are given during the course of a mission. When a new objective appears, a flag will sometimes be placed on the map to indicate the area where the objective can be completed. Information about an objective will always appear first in this dialog box. Left-click the Close button to continue. Place your mouse cursor over the flag that has just appeared and notice how the text on the right-hand side of the screen becomes highlighted. This is the objective that is associated with this flag. If you hold your mouse cursor over the flag long enough, a helpful tooltip will appear that explains the objective in greater detail. Tooltips offer useful information about almost any object found in the game and can be accessed just by hovering your cursor over anything you see. This screen also offers other useful information about your current mission. Located below your objectives is the Information button. Click it. Clicking the Briefing button will display the introductory mission briefing text. The History button provides historical background relative to the current mission, and the Hints button provides clues about the best way to accomplish your objectives if ever you become stuck. You can also pause and unpause the game at any time by pressing Shift-Pause. Now press the Close button and press the Tab key to exit this screen. You can also get helpful information about every aspect of Empire Earth 2 by opening up the Empire Earth Encyclopedia. Go ahead and open it now by clicking on the icon in the upper right part of the screen. From here you can gain detailed information about any part of the game just by clicking the related topic on the left side of the screen. Feel free to return to browse through the topics as long as you'd like. When you are ready to continue with this tutorial, close the encyclopedia by clicking the large X at the bottom of the screen. By going into the Empire Earth Encyclopedia, you have also accomplished an objective. At any point during the scenario, if you are unsure what to do next, you can check your current objectives by going back to the Mission Objectives panel. Left-clicking the Objectives button located to the right of the epoch display in the top center of the screen will take you there. The Objectives button looks like a flag and flashes whenever your mission objectives are updated. You can also call up previous text messages or voiceovers by pressing the H key. Check your updated mission objectives now by selecting the icon or pressing Alt-O. Your next objective is to select a citizen, so let's go back to the main screen now. Press the Tab key to exit this screen. Now, please select one of your citizens by left-clicking on a unit in the middle of the screen.
Ready.
Good. Now look at the information provided in the Unit Information panel located in the bottom center right portion of your screen. The panel will provide valuable information such as hit points, attack rating, range and speed on any currently selected object. It will also display the unit's current loyalty rating, which is its resistance to being converted by enemy priests. The panel to the left of this one is the Unit Action panel. This lists all the abilities available to the selected object, including construction options, behaviors, special actions, and special powers. There are also other ways to select units besides left-clicking on them individually. You may also hold down the Shift key while clicking on different units to select a group. Other ways of selecting groups include holding down the left mouse button and dragging diagonally across the group to create a selection box. Releasing the button selects the units in the box. You may also double-click on a certain type of unit to select all units of that type on screen. Experiment with this now.
Ready.
Now, with your citizens selected, right-click near the rocks on the screen.
I'll do my best.
Good. That is the most common method for issuing a movement command in the game. Another method is to use the minimap, located in the lower left corner of your screen. The minimap is a top-down view of the entire play area of your current game. Black areas are places about which you have no knowledge, while dim areas are areas you have been but have no current information about. Brightly lit areas are those places within your line of sight. Left-clicking on a position on the minimap will shift your main view to that location. With your citizens selected, right-click on the minimap where a signal flare has just been placed to tell them to move there. Signal flares are used to attract your attention to important events. Sometimes it means you are under attack, and other times, like now, it is related to an objective. As your units move out, you can scroll the screen to follow them by pushing the mouse cursor to any edge of the screen or by using the arrow keys.
Moving.
One of the most important aspects of Empire Earth 2 is the cycle of seasons. In snow or rain, your units will move slower and their sight range will be reduced. Although every unit on the map is affected by adverse weather conditions, moving units over long distances and exploring or invading another player's territory is much easier in summer or fall. Your citizens have arrived at an excellent location to build your first city. There are abundant resources nearby and plenty of room to build structures. With one citizen selected, left-click on the Build Civilian Structures icon in the Unit Action panel and select the City Center icon. Now, move the mouse cursor near the trees. Notice how the ghost of a city center replaces the cursor. If you move the ghost over trees or resources or other objects, the ghost turns red, which means this building cannot be built here. One or more icons indicating what the problem with the building placement is will also show up over the building ghost in this case, and the tooltip on the right side of the screen explains the exact reason. If you move the cursor over empty terrain that is mostly flat, it turns green, which means the site is suitable for construction. Move the ghost close to the trees and other resources and left-click when it is green. Your citizen will begin construction at that location. You may select additional citizens and order them to help with the construction by right-clicking on the site. When you have finished construction, select your city center. You can produce new citizens from your city center by left-clicking the citizen button in the action panel. Each citizen costs a certain amount of food. You can quickly check on how much food you currently have, as well as your stockpile of other resources, by looking at the icons at the bottom of the screen near the Object Information panel. From top to bottom, they are population, territories, technology points, food, wood, stone, and gold. There are also 2 slots for special resources, but in this tutorial, we'll just be talking about the basic resources of food, wood, stone, and gold, which are essential in constructing all units and buildings. The other resources will be covered in another tutorial. Produce as many citizens as your food stockpile will allow by clicking rapidly on the citizen icon. This queues up the production order for your convenience. Alternatively, you could order 1 or more citizens and then hit the Cycle Production button so that this building will keep producing what you initially ordered as long as there are resources for it. Each citizen that is produced contributes 1 point toward your current population level. Some units contribute more than 1 point. When you reach your maximum population capacity, you will be unable to build more units until you expand. You expand by building more city centers and houses. As your citizens are produced, you can order them to collect more food from the nearby forage bush and gold from the nearby gold pile by selecting them and right-clicking on the appropriate resource. Citizens are the only units that can gather resources. They will gather as much as they can from that resource pile and carry it back to the nearest city center or warehouse that you own. Alternatively, you can select the Set Rally Point icon in the action panel of your city center and then left-click on a nearby resource. Your citizens will now begin to harvest that resource as soon as they are produced. Additionally, you can find and select idle citizens in order to give them tasks by clicking the Idle Citizen button, located second from the left under the minimap. As a further shortcut to this, you can assign citizens to resources in a very general way, just by clicking on a resource in your resource stockpile display in the lower central portion of your screen. Right-click to pick up a citizen from that resource, and left-click to assign an idle citizen to it. Now, gather 100 food, 100 stone, 100 wood, and 100 gold. Excellent! Now select your city center again and produce a scout. Order your scout to explore the area by selecting him and left-clicking the Explore button in his action panel. Units on Explore will try to reveal as much of the map as they can to the exclusion of any other task. This means they won't respond when attacked, so be careful who you choose to send out exploring. You can also choose to send a unit on a Search and Destroy mission. This setting also sends a unit to explore the map, except it makes the unit immediately engage the first hostile unit it sees until either one is dead. More powerful units than the scout are usually tasked with Search and Destroy. The last lesson of this tutorial is about how garrisoning can improve your resource collection efforts. Select your city center and then right-click on it. Note the rally flag is now on the building. This means that any citizen produced here will automatically garrison the building. The garrison display in the building's information panel shows you how many units are currently inside and the maximum number that can be garrisoned. Clicking on this will bring up a panel that shows what units are currently stationed there. Build a citizen now or select one of your other citizens and have it garrison the city center by pressing the G key and left-clicking the building. The information panel on the city center has now changed to show the new garrison level. As a result of garrisoning, all resources dropped off at this city center will have a percentage bonus applied to them as they enter your stockpile. The greater the garrison level, the greater the bonus. Congratulations on completing the first tutorial. The Aztecs have made their home and claimed their territory. They are well on their way to building a lasting empire that will be known for its wealth, culture, and power. Congratulations on finishing the first Empire Earth 2 tutorial. Your civilization has grown beyond the borders of Tenochtitlan itself, and your people are now not just a city, they're a nation. In order to help defend your far-flung empire, you will have to build roads, walls, and fortresses. Exit this screen by pressing the Tab key, and let's get started. You can press the space bar to shift your view to the location that is currently being flared on the mini-map. We're going to build a road from our barracks out to this outpost so we can quickly move units there if needed. Scroll the screen back and select the nearby citizens and go into their Build Civilian Structures menu. Select the road icon in the Action panel. Left-click once near the barracks in the lower right corner of the city. Now scroll towards the outpost and note how the ghost of the road stretches to follow the mouse. You can place a bend in the road at any time by left-clicking again. Also note how a ghost of a bridge appears as you pull the road over the river. This means that the citizens will automatically attempt to build a bridge at this point as they are constructing the rest of the road. When you've plotted the road to the outpost, left-click one last time near the structure and then right-click to end placement. Let's go back and look at some of our military units standing near the city center. There are 7 classifications of land units in Empire Earth 2. The relationship between these classifications is true throughout every epoch of the game. The first class is the light infantry, represented by the crossbowmen on the left, with the blue glow underneath. Light infantry gain an attack bonus against heavy artillery and a smaller bonus against heavy infantry. Light and heavy infantry can also capture buildings. The second class is heavy artillery, represented by the trebuchet and its crew to the right of the crossbowmen. The heavy artillery gains an attack bonus against heavy infantry and a smaller bonus against light mounted. These units can also attack or bombard a selected area. The third class is heavy infantry, represented by the pikemen. The heavy infantry gains an attack bonus against light mounted and a smaller bonus against light artillery. The fourth class is light mounted, represented by the horse archer. The light mounted gains an attack bonus against light artillery and a smaller bonus against heavy mounted. The fifth class is light artillery, represented by the ballista. The light artillery gains an attack bonus against heavy mounted and a smaller bonus against light infantry. The sixth class is heavy mounted, represented by the elite cavalry. The heavy mounted gains an attack bonus against light infantry and a smaller bonus against heavy artillery. The seventh and final class is the Special Forces class, represented by the priest. This class includes priests, spies, and citizens, and has a bonus against no one, but also is not especially vulnerable to anyone. Priests, for example, are in this class because they do not attack other units, but instead attempt to convert them. If successful, the enemy unit comes under your control. The more priests attempting to convert a unit, the greater their chance of success. Sea and air units also have their own classifications that we will talk about in the following tutorials. For now, drag select the group of military units that has been created for you near your city center and press Ctrl 1.
Lead the way!
You have just created a control group. Control groups are convenient ways of selecting large groups of objects quickly. Now, anytime you press 1, this group will automatically be selected. Some things you can do with your military units is to set their formation and stance. Click the Formation button in the Action panel and select the Wedge Formation. Formations in Empire Earth 2 help keep groups of units fighting together instead of getting spread too thin. Each formation has a different way of arranging units, depending on the formation's main purpose. The wedge, for instance, is generally better at attacking than the phalanx. Now select the stance icon in the Action panel to assign a certain behavior type to these troops. Aggressive behavior will tell these units to attack and pursue any enemy they see. Defensive behavior will tell them to attack enemies they see, but not to pursue. Hold position will tell them to only attack enemies within range, but never to move from their location. Hold fire will tell them to never fire on anyone and never to move. Finally, cautious behavior will tell them to flee from enemies if attacked. For now, just leave it on defensive and move them closer to the barracks. That was the attack alarm. Look at the mini-map to see where the latest flare has indicated an attack. Press spacebar to center our view on the attack location. It looks like the Spanish have decided to attempt to conquer your civilization. Press 1 to select your military and right-click near the outpost while holding down the control key. This instructs your units to move to the location while attacking any enemies they encounter along the way. Press 1 twice to center your view on the control group. They'll use the road as much as they can to get to the target as fast as possible. When they arrive, right-click on the Spanish and watch your forces attack in formation. Because the Spanish are attacking with light and heavy mounted troops, it turns out our forces of heavy infantry and light artillery are the perfect counter. Great work! You have defeated the Spanish incursion. It's time to make sure they'll stay away. Select the citizens that built the road to the outpost and click on the Build Wall icon under Build Military Structures. You can place walls just like roads. Go ahead and connect the two wall sections by your outpost. Don't forget to right-click to finish placement. When the citizens finish building the wall, we'll make a gate and some towers. Great! Now select one of the pieces of the wall that looks like a tower. Click the Upgrade to Tower button in the Action panel. This piece will now undergo a short period of reconstruction and will become a strong point on the wall, which can be garrisoned to increase its attack rating against approaching enemies. Click on a regular wall piece and select the Upgrade to Gate button. This will force several segments of wall to change into a gate, allowing you to move your units easily through your fortifications while denying entrance to enemies. Palisades are another type of wall citizens can build. Palisades are weaker and don't have any towers, but they are a cheap form of defense and will also allow gates.
What is it? I'll do my best.
Now, let's build a fortress near the gate. Select some citizens and select Fortress from the Military Structures panel and place it close to your side of the gate.
Here.
Fortresses are strong defensive structures that attack enemies within range. Units garrisoned in a fortress will have any damage done to them healed over time and increase the fortress's attack rating while they remain inside. The garrison capacity of a building considers a unit's population cost when determining how many units can be inside the building. So, for instance, twice as many infantry units can be garrisoned than mounted units. You can also use either a fortress or a city center to call an emergency by clicking the emergency icon in the building's action panel. This will automatically task the citizens in the same territory to garrison within the nearest fortress or city center. Clicking the same button again then sends them back to whatever they were doing. Go back to your city and select the pikeman standing near your barracks. Notice the icon in the lower right corner of his action panel. This is the patrol action button, and it is used to tell a unit or group of units to set a patrol path. Set a patrol path by clicking the button and left-clicking on the main map to set a series of waypoints you wish the unit to patrol. Right-clicking ends waypoint placement and sends the unit on his route. Now look at the icon just above the patrol icon. This shows the current training level of all pikemen in your army. You can upgrade his training level from regular to veteran and from veteran to elite by clicking this button and paying the associated resource cost. This increases many of the unit's attributes, such as attack rating and hit points, and applies to all the pikemen you currently own and will build in the future. This training is lost when the pikeman upgrades to become halberdiers in future epics, so it is important to know how long you plan on using a certain unit before deciding to train it. When you are ready to continue, select the Great Pyramid of Tenochtitlan at the location currently being flared. This is one of the wonders of Empire Earth 2, a special set of buildings that have unique properties. Each regional group of civilizations has a wonder unique to their culture that they can build throughout the game. Each wonder has a specific power associated with it. For instance, the Great Pyramid of Tenochtitlan has the power of proselytize. When any of your priests successfully convert a unit, there is a possibility nearby enemy units will also be converted. Select your priests at the location being flared to experiment with this.
Your Eminence.
It's time to drive the Spanish from their foothold in the region. More troops have been created for you near your outpost, and the location of the enemy's base has been revealed. Drag select your military and control right-click near the enemy city center. You can add all these units to Control Group 1 by having them selected and simply pressing Control 1 again if you wish.
As you command. Look lively, men! 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 As you command. lively, men! As you command. As you command. Look lively, men!
Take a look at the unit icons in the unit information display. This shows you how many and what types of units you currently have selected. While they're underway, select the pikeman icon and then select the capture button in the pikeman's action panel. Put the cursor
Yes,
over the
lively,
enemy's
men.
city center and left click. This will order the pikemen to capture the city, while everyone else will attack any defenders. Units tasked with capturing a building will not respond to being attacked, so it's important to have other troops supporting them. When the city center is captured, you will get a share of the previous owner's resources. Capturing warehouses, docks, and markets will also allow you to steal some of the owner's resources. If you select the enemy city center, you can see the building's loyalty rating in its information panel. The more units you have trying to capture this building, the faster the rating will drop. When it reaches 0, the building will be yours and this tutorial will end.
Lead the way.
Yes, my lord. As you command. Hark!
The Aztecs have defeated their most dangerous enemy yet. A foreign power, using technology the Aztecs had not even dreamed of, was decisively driven from their shores. Congratulations on completing the second Empire Earth 2 tutorial. The Aztec people have flourished, and their many territories are developed and secure. You must build up your navy, however, if you wish to discourage foreign powers from intruding on your land. First, exit this screen and select a citizen, and tell him to build a dock by selecting the Build Dock button under Build Military Structures. Docks can be placed only on the coast. They cannot be placed on rivers, and boats cannot travel on rivers. Place the dock somewhere on the coast nearby. Good. Now select your dock and look at the action panel to see what you can build there. The top row shows the fighting ships you can build: the Carrack, the Ship of the Line, and the Privateer. The Carrack is good at fighting the Ship of the Line, while the Ship of the Line is good against the Privateer, and the Privateer does well against the Carrack. Unlike land units, the combat relationships between sea units changes over time, so be sure to consult the Empire Earth Encyclopedia to see more about navies of other time periods. The second row of buttons shows the non-combat ships: the whaling ship, trading cog, and cargo ship. The whaling ship is used to harvest fish from the sea, the same way a citizen harvests food from a forage bush, while the trading cog can earn gold by trading with other docks, and the cargo ship can transport land units across water. Select the ships nearby and control right-click near the island that has been revealed on your mini-map.
Setting sail. Tow the line. Attention on deck.
Ships can be put in formations to maximize their effectiveness. The best formation for broadside firing ships such as these is the line formation. You have encountered a fleet of pirate vessels. Destroy them. It is usually best to try to focus your fire on one target at a time. With your unit selected, you can hold down the Shift key and right-click on enemy units to queue up the units you wish to be attacked after the first target is destroyed.
Attention on deck. Attention on deck. Fire at will. Tow the line.
With the pirates' naval force wiped out, you can safely transport units to the nearby island to explore it. First, move your ships back and use the garrison action to put them in the dock to repair any damage they may have taken. Some new units have been created near the dock for your use as well. The cargo ship unit has no offensive capabilities, but can transport land units over water and unload them. Select the group of regulars standing near the dock and right-click on the cargo ship. The units will be tasked to perform the default action for this case, which is to embark onto the ship. Now select the Unload Transport action in the cargo ship's action menu and left-click on the island. Your transport will move there and unload the units garrisoned inside. Eliminate any remaining pirates on the island.
Awaiting orders.
Whenever you're ready. For king and country. Right away. For king and country. Get moving. Right away. Whenever you're ready. Right away. For king and country. Get moving.
With the pirate threat dealt with for now, we can turn our attention to our neighbors at the top of the map. Since we can't be sure of the Americans' intentions, we should improve our base defenses a little. Go to the warehouse that is being signaled on the mini-map and select the citizens standing near it. Under Build Military Structures, select Build Outpost and place it somewhere near the warehouse. Since this is an important resource collection center, the outpost will help defend it. The outpost can attack enemies within its line of sight. Outposts are one of the few units in the game that can spot spies. Spies are invisible to all players except the owning player and can only be seen by outposts and other spies. When a spy is spotted, all of your other units can see him for a short time as well and will attack. Spies are always considered hostile targets, no matter which player they belong to. Let's build a spy of our own. Go to the area being signaled on your map and select the university. The university is where spies are trained and also where technology points can be gathered. We'll learn more about technology points in the last tutorial. For now, click the Build Spy button in the university's action panel. The spy has no attack capabilities, but he does have a set of special powers that make him very useful in infiltration and sabotage. Let's do a Gather Intelligence mission against the American player. Select the spy and choose the Gather Intelligence action from his action panel, and left-click on the city center that has just been revealed near the top of the map. Well, it turns out the Americans had a second base we didn't know about. A successful Gather Intelligence mission carried out against a building reveals the location of all buildings of that type the player owns. It's useful in planning precision strikes or gauging the relative strength of another player. Since our spy didn't spot any enemy troops headed our way, let's see if we can trade with the Americans. A merchant ship has been created for you near your dock. Select it and then right-click on the United States player's dock in the top center of the screen. Select your merchant ship and look at the unit information panel. It shows you the money that will be generated for you when it reaches your dock. This is usually less than when it reaches another player's dock. Also notice the cargo it is carrying has a name. Cargo is randomly generated every time a merchant ship begins a new leg of the trade route. Some of the cargoes are more valuable than others. Other things that affect the value of a trade route include distance and number of trade units operating on the same route. Markets work the same way and can produce land trade units. Select your market and right-click on the United States Players Market, which is located near where his dock is. This will place a rally flag directly on that player's market. A rally flag tells the units produced from this building where to go when they are created. In the case of the market, this flag will tell the trade unit to immediately create a trade route with the targeted market. The other actions that can be performed at the market are direct buying and selling of resources. The gold resource is the exchange currency, and it is used to purchase other resources. As you buy and sell resources, their worth in your empire fluctuates based on your transactions, in accordance with the laws of supply and demand. The more you buy of a resource, the more it costs. The more you sell, the cheaper it becomes. Buttons with green arrows are for buying resources. Buttons with red arrows are for selling resources. The asking price in gold is listed on each button. Now, let's produce a trade cart to start a land trade with the Americans. Note how the merchant immediately begins to make his way to the other player's market along the road. When he gets there, he'll have to go inside and wait for a short time to complete the trade. Like sea trade routes, the greater the distance between two markets, the greater the profits. With a close trading relationship forming with the United States, the Aztecs looked forward to a bright future with their new friends. Never again would foreign powers threaten their two countries' development and prosperity. Congratulations on finishing the third Empire Earth 2 tutorial. Welcome to the final Empire Earth 2 tutorial. This tutorial will introduce you to special resources, nuclear devices, regional powers, air power, and the Crowns system. As the world nears the beginning of its most deadly conflict, World War II, the Aztec Empire and the United States remain friendly and consult closely with each other on plans to face the coming war. Unfortunately, the Aztecs' oldest neighbor, the Incan Empire, has become increasingly unstable and is now run by a fascist regime. As war looms in Europe and Asia, the Incan military continues to expand, and all signs seem to indicate that they will soon enter a direct alliance with the Axis powers. All the Aztecs can do is stay vigilant and respond as decisively as possible to any acts of war the Incans may be planning. Besides displaying your mission objectives, this full-screen map can also serve as a quick and easy way to manage your empire's economy. Click on the Citizen Manager button to see your entire resource collection efforts in detail. This screen shows an overview of your resource gathering efforts for your whole civilization. Icons both in the right-hand column and on the map represent each resource. The numbers next to each resource tell you how many citizens are assigned to collecting it. Idle citizens are attached to your cursor and can quickly be assigned to a resource by left-clicking a specific one on the map, or by left-clicking a type of resource, such as wood, in the panel to the right. Right-clicking a resource takes citizens off and adds them to your idle citizen pool. It is also possible to order the construction of certain resource collection buildings from this screen. The farm, for instance, can be built to harvest food. The oil derrick can be constructed to drill for oil. Oil is one of the special resources mentioned earlier. Special resources appear and disappear throughout the different epochs of the game. In early epochs, you can harvest resources like tin and iron to help build military units. But in later epochs, you'll have to construct special buildings like the oil derrick. Go ahead and build an oil derrick now. You can click the button on this screen and move your cursor over any oil resource on the map, and left-click to place it. An idle citizen will be sent to build it. Once it is built, any citizens that were constructing it will automatically garrison inside. An oil derrick gathers no oil unless it is garrisoned. The more citizens garrisoned, the faster the oil is gathered.
Ready.
You will now accumulate oil at a steady rate. Another type of resource that requires a special building in order to be gathered is technology. If you assign some citizens to the Tech Points resource in the right-hand panel, those citizens will move to the nearest university and garrison it. Tech Points are critical to researching technologies and moving your civilization forward through the epochs. Press the Tab key to exit this screen when you are ready to continue. Open the Tech Tree to see what technologies are available to be researched this epoch. Every epoch has 12 technologies that can be researched. These are broken up into 3 categories that relate to different aspects of the game. Military technologies occupy the top row and relate mainly to the attributes of military units. Economic technologies occupy the middle row and relate to resource collection and construction costs. Imperial technologies occupy the bottom row and relate to the attributes of special forces and some of your civilization's overall characteristics. Each technology gives a special bonus which you can see by placing your cursor over one until the tooltip appears. Researching technologies is how you'll spend your tech points, but you'll also spend them on advancing to the next epoch to open up new technologies. You'll need to research at least 6 technologies in an epoch in order to advance to the next one. At this time, it looks like you only need one more, so go ahead and pick one to research now. Advance to Epoch 13 by left-clicking on the flashing epoch display at the top of the screen. All of the new technologies of Epoch 13 have replaced those of Epoch 12 in the tech tree, but you still retain the bonuses from the technologies you have researched. However, the technologies that were left unresearched are now unavailable, so it is always a good idea to think carefully about when to epoch up and when to keep researching. Gathering special resources and researching technologies are good ways of making your civilization stronger, but securing an alliance also helps. Open the Diplomacy panel now. Click on the Propose Alliance icon located in the row belonging to the Americans. This will open up the negotiating table where you can craft exactly the kind of diplomatic agreement you would like to have with this player. On the Terms tab, you can specify how long the treaty will last, how much both players will be able to move through each other's territories, how much line of sight will be shared, and what kinds of restrictions will be placed on harvesting each other's resources. The other 3 tabs are for determining how many resources, units, and territories you might wish to tribute to the player in exchange for accepting the alliance. Let's offer the United States a good deal for being our friend. Make sure the Terms tab is selected and set the border permissions to trade. This will prevent any units besides trade units from crossing into each other's territory. Now, go to the Units tab and press the Select button. The diplomacy menu goes away, but your treaty offer has not disappeared. It's just waiting for you to select which units you wish to tribute in the proposal. Select a citizen and click the Diplomacy button again, and you'll see the selected citizen is now included in the deal. Finally, go to the Territories tab and select your territory that borders the United States player. An icon appears on that territory, indicating it will also be included in the deal. When a territory is given to another player, all buildings on that territory are given over as well. Now, click the Send button and then exit the menu by clicking on the Close button. It seems the Americans have another kind of treaty in mind. Enter the Diplomacy menu again and click View Proposal to see the Americans' counter offer. When a player makes a counter proposal, you can easily see what that player changed by looking at anything highlighted in red. In this case, the only thing that has changed is that he has made a modest demand of resources. Click Accept to accept the treaty as it is and formalize the alliance. Excellent. Now let's look to our frontier. Go to where the signal flare has just appeared by pressing the spacebar and select the outpost there. Right now, this outpost is the only thing guarding the border between you and the Incans. A great way to keep an eye on the isolated outpost is to use the picture-in-picture display in the lower right corner of your screen. To use picture-in-picture, select Settings from the main menu, click on the Video tab, and click on Enable Picture-in-Picture. You can have this display always show the outpost if you wish by simply making a bookmark. Center your screen over the outpost and press Ctrl F1. Note, one of the slots below the pip display has become highlighted. That means that bookmark number 1 has been set. Since it is the only bookmark set, it is the one currently being shown. Not only do you now have a real-time view of the activities in this area, you can also manipulate objects seen in the pip so you can literally be in 2 places at once. Since the United States is our ally, we should use them to try to coordinate an attack. For this purpose, we can do one of 2 things. First, we can place a map flare at a location on the main screen or mini-map to where our ally will attempt to send forces, if possible. You don't have to do this now. But to place a flare, you can click on the flare button located below the mini-map or press Alt-Y to ready a map flare and then click on the main screen or the mini-map where you wish to place it. Alternatively, you could use the War Plans feature to send your ally a detailed plan of attack. Access the War Plans tool now by clicking the icon with the crossed swords near the mini-map or press Alt-Shift-P. From here, you can draw a set of directions and specify an objective on the map and send it to an ally for their consideration. Now press the button with the crooked arrow on it. This is the Path tool. You can set waypoints on the map by left-clicking and then right-clicking to end placement. This tool is used to show what path your units will take as part of this plan. Now click the Create Target Point button and left-click on the map to indicate a focused target point for this plan. Now press the circle button to create an area on the map. Hold down the left mouse button while dragging the mouse to create a circular area of any size. This tool is used to indicate an area of interest rather than just one target. All of the items created so far will show up on the mini-map on the main screen, if they are part of a currently accepted or sent plan. However, text labels are only visible from the War Plans page. You can add short messages to other players or name locations with labels by selecting the tool and left-clicking on the map and typing in the text box. You can also manipulate anything you have drawn so far by using the Select Element button. Select this button and click and drag any element you have created to move it to another location. You can drag the end of the path arrow if you just want to change its direction, or you can drag any waypoint on the path itself if you want to change its course. You can also resize the circle you made by clicking and dragging its edge. You can change the color of any new elements you wish to place by selecting a new player color. This way you can give orders to multiple players on the same war plan. By default, all war plan tools use your own player color. Now select the USA player's color and select the Path button and create a path on the map that you wish your ally to follow while executing this war plan. Anytime you wish to discard the war plan you are currently working on, you can click the Delete War Plan button. When another player sends you a war plan, you will receive a text message at the top of the screen and their name will highlight and flash on the panel on the right. If you click on their name, the war plan they sent to you will automatically be displayed on your screen. If that player has sent you more than one war plan, you can click on a drop-down box next to the player's name to select which one you wish to view. If you receive a war plan from an ally and you wish to send it back to him with changes, you can select the Copy War Plan button to make a version you can alter before sending it back. When you are finished creating or modifying a war plan, you can quickly send it to all of your allies at once by pressing the Send to Allies button. However, sometimes you may not want all of your allies to see your plans. The Send Current War Plan button will take you to a panel where you can customize which players will receive your war plan. Now press the Send the Current Plan button and choose the United States player and click Send. Your ally will do his best to comply with your request. But remember, as with human allies, computer allies don't always do things the way you planned. Once you've sent a war plan, you can create an entirely new one, if you like, by clicking the Create button. This will wipe your current plan off the screen, but it will not be erased. You can go back to viewing your original plan by deleting the one you're currently working on, or by sending it and selecting the old one from the drop-down box next to your player name. For now, let's exit this screen by pressing the Tab key. As our ally prepares to execute the war plan, let's do a bombing run. Select the airport being signaled on the map. The airport is the center of your air power. From here you can set a mission flag, which determines where your air units will patrol. You can determine who goes on the mission and who doesn't by using the Add Aircraft to Mission button. This button is defaulted to always being on, so any planes produced will immediately fly out to the mission flag. Finally, there is the Scramble button, which ejects all aircraft into the sky, which is useful if you're just about to lose the airport to the enemy. Select the Set Mission Flag button and place the flag over the enemy base being signaled. Once set, your garrison plane should take off. If not, simply select them in the airport's information panel and click Add Aircraft to Mission. The basic relationship between air units is that fighters are good against all air units, fighter bombers are good against naval units, and bombers are good against land units. An aircraft carrier is a naval unit you can produce at your dock that functions just like an airport, except it doesn't produce any aircraft. Of course, aircraft aren't the only way to bomb an enemy from the air. Once your civilization has reached Epoch 13, you gain the ability to build missile silos. Go to the area being signaled and select the citizens there. Select the silo building under Build Military Structures and place it nearby.
Yes?
Now, select the silo. The only thing a silo can do is house a nuclear missile. If you build one here, you cannot build another at this silo until you have launched it. You launch the missile by selecting it from the silo's action panel and right-clicking in the main view where you wish to strike. Build a nuclear missile and launch it at the Incan City when you're ready.
Yes?
When a nuclear explosion occurs, the devastating blast not only inflicts a great deal of damage to everyone and everything in its considerable blast range, but also leaves a fallout effect that causes damage to units for a short time in the area. One of the ways you can judge your performance in Empire Earth 2 is by the crown system. The crowns are indicators of your absolute performance in the game, as well as your relative performance to other players. There are 3 crowns: military, imperial, and economic. Each crown corresponds to a branch on the tech tree and are similarly color-coded. Once a full branch has been researched in any given epoch, the corresponding crown is then available for you to capture. If you are the first to research the entire branch, the crown is automatically awarded to you if no one else currently owns it. If not, then capturing a crown is achieved by accomplishing goals that correspond to that crown. For instance, dropping bombs on your enemy has earned you many points toward earning the military crown. Once you earn the crown, no one else can have it for a set period of time. After that time is up, the person who has progressed the most towards earning it will have it awarded to him. Earning a crown grants a special power of your choosing. Now, open the tech tree and research all of the military technologies in order to win the military crown.
A fine plan. Let's keep moving. Take them down! Let's keep moving. A fine plan. Ready. 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 Here. Yes? What can I do? Yes? Ready. Ready. Yes? What can I do? Here. Ready. Ready.
Congratulations! Now, click on the military crown icon in the upper right corner and choose a power from the list. This power will be available to you for the duration of the time you hold the crown. When the time expires, every player's eligibility and crown score is assessed and the crown is awarded again. When you have chosen a power, go back to your city center. Notice there is another unit here. This is a military
Ready
leader.
when you are.
You have earned a military leader by winning the military crown. Other leaders become available by winning other crowns. The leader has both a passive and active effect
No
on
time
other
like the
units.
present.
A passive power is one that projects a beneficial effect on all your units
Of course.
in a radius around the leader without any direct input from you. A button on the leader's UI
No
that
time
only
like the
activates
present.
when you click it and select a target
Lead
represents an active power.
Lead on.
Send your
All
leader to
systems
join with the
ready.
forces being signaled right now.
Ready. Take them down!
Standing by. Standing by. 10-4. Waiting for order. Affirmative. Mission updated. Affirmative.
Notice the blue glow on your troops near your leader. That means they have a positive effect being played on them. A red glow means a negative effect.
Changing course.
Now press the apostrophe key to enter Coordinated Attack Mode. While in this mode, all of your move and attack orders will be stored on screen graphically instead of being
Ready
instantly
when you
carried
are.
out. This way, you can give multiple groups different sets of orders, which they will execute simultaneously once you exit Tactics mode. For now, just tell Group 1, Group 2, and the leader to move into the Incan City, and press the apostrophe key again to have them follow your orders. Keep Control Group 2 selected for a little while. Select the unit icon, flashing in the unit information panel. We'll talk about the characteristics of different civilizations. This is the Aztec's unique unit for epochs 11 through 15. He operates like a medic, automatically healing your wounded units as he comes across them. Each civilization has a unique unit that they can build, and each one changes from the early game to the late. Each civilization has other things that make it distinct from one another, but civilizations also fall into regional groups. The Aztecs, for example, share some things in common with the Incans because they are both part of the Mesoamerican region. For instance, both share the same regional power. Place your cursor over the flashing icon to get details about this power. This is the Mesoamerican late-game power of cloning. When you activate this power, for a short period of time, any unit your priests convert will create another unit just like him under your control. Now, let's move into the final lesson. Make sure your units target and destroy the Incan City Center.
Ready when you are.
When that
Of
is
course.
done, bring some citizens into the territory and build your own city center. Alternatively, you could just capture the Incan City Center. Either way, this is how you capture a territory. The map is divided up into territories, which you can see by selecting the territory overlay under the mini-map. Controlling more territories allows you to build more city centers and houses, which in turn allows you to build more troops. Building houses in a territory also has the added benefit of increasing the bonus
Ready
to
when
any
time like the
resources
present.
collected in that territory. Some victory conditions
Of course.
depend on controlling a certain number of territories or a specific
No time like the
territory,
present.
like this one. When you have seized the Incan territory, this tutorial will end. Good luck and enjoy Empire Earth 2.
Ready when you are. Of course.
Fall in.
Ready. I will. Yes.
Ready when you are. No time like the present. Ready when you
course.
are. Ready when you are. No time like the present. Of course. No time like the present. Ready when you are.
Ready.
Lead on.
Ready for deployment.
Ready.
Waiting for orders.
Ready to deploy. Affirmative. 10-4. Affirmative.
Ready when you are, of course.
Ready. Yes. Yes.
Ready when you are. No time like the present. Of course. My objective is clear. No time like the present. Ready when you are. Of course.
Here, I will. Moving.
Ready. Right away. Ready. Let's keep moving. Ready. Let's keep moving. Take them down!
Standing by.
Ready, a fine plan. Take them down! Ready. Ready, move. Ready, a fine plan. Ready. Take them down!
Ready when you are. No time like the present.
Standing by. Move out. Systems move out.
By defeating the Incan aggression, the Aztecs have contained the biggest threat to security in the Western Hemisphere. The future of Aztec culture and technological progress is assured. Congratulations on completing the Empire Earth 2 tutorials.
Welcome to Empire Earth 3. This tutorial will teach you the basics: camera control, unit selection, movement, and basic combat. To scroll the camera, move your mouse to the edge of the screen, and do this now. Excellent. This movement can also be accomplished by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. The camera can also be zoomed in and out using the mouse wheel. Do this now. Well done. To operate on any object in Empire Earth 3, you must first select it. To select an object, you must click it with the left mouse button. Select your javelin now. Good. Once a unit is selected, the right mouse button is used to issue movement orders. With your javelin selected, right-click on the indicated area to move him there.
More dirty work. They'll feel the sharp end of my tongue. More dirty work.
Well done. Your javelin has joined up with the rest of his company. You will now have many more soldiers under your command. To select many units at once, you must use drag selection. Let's select all of your javelins. Left-click near your units and hold, dragging the mouse. All right, we have our orders. Reports have come in of a disturbance further up the road to the northwest. Move your javelins to the indicated location.
So, let's put a spring in their step.
As you're moving, you can see the blackness in front of you fades away. This is called the fog of war. Units can only interact with objects that are within their line of sight. That village is under attack by a force of Eastern swordsmen. Quickly, you must help them. With your group selected, right-click on the enemies to attack.
Can't we just get along? Hard to know who to stab first. Can you feel nothing? Such a senseless waste of human life. Sorry, I woke up grumpy.
The militiamen are so grateful they've decided to join us. You now have more units. Drag select all of them at once, as you have already done. Notice in your UI how the different troops are displayed. The icon for your pikemen is now flashing. Click it. You can see that you now have your pikemen selected alone. If you ever wish to add to your current selection, you can use the Shift key to accomplish this. With your pikemen selected, hold Shift and drag a selection box around your javelins. Excellent. The militiamen have indicated that their town has come under several attacks such as this from a bandit camp up in the mountains. We should investigate. Move your troops to the indicated location.
They'll feel the sharp end of my tongue.
There's the camp. But we've been spotted, and the bandits are sending out their cavalry to attack us. Our javelins are vulnerable, but our pikemen are well suited to fighting heavy cavalry. Repel their attack with your pikemen.
Good. Time to make my point boil. Good. My needle point paid off.
I'm an Aries. It wouldn't work out. This is a bad omen.
Success! Their cavalry was no match for our heavily armored pikemen. Units in Empire 3 often have strengths against one type of unit, and weaknesses against another. Knowing and manipulating these is key to fighting effectively. Now, destroy the camp and its remaining defenders.
Hard to know who to stab first.
To compete in Empire Earth 3, you will need to expand and evolve your civilization by gathering resources, expanding your territory, and fielding an army. In this portion of the tutorial, you will learn about resources, buildings, population, and territories. With this village secured, we now have a base of operation for further expansion. The core building of any civilization is the city center. This building is used to claim territory and provides a small amount of resource production. Click on your city center now. Good. To create additional buildings, you will need a builder. Click the flashing button in your UI now to produce a builder. Now that you have a builder, select him and we can begin construction of other buildings.
Me builder.
Good. Now note at the bottom of the screen all of the different icons. These are the various buildings our builder can produce. We're going to want a steadier stream of raw materials to fund our expansion, so the first order of business is to build a warehouse. Click the flashing warehouse button now. Now you can see with the building sighted. The builder will now move there and begin construction. The warehouse is now complete. You can see that workers are beginning to gather raw materials for you, increasing your stockpiles, which are highlighted above. However, you may wish to enlist more workers at a warehouse to increase its effectiveness. Click on the warehouse now. You can see that the warehouse can hold a total of 5 workers, and that only 3 of those slots are filled. To hire more workers, you must possess the required resources and click on an empty worker slot. Do this now. While that worker is being built, let's further our wealth production as well. Click on your builder and choose the market building. Unlike your warehouse, your market can be placed anywhere within territory you own. Here's a good spot. Site your market here.
Me builder. Me builder.
Good. Markets produce trade cards that travel between the market and your city center. Wealth will be generated when these cards reach their destination. Placement of your market is important because longer routes produce more wealth but are more vulnerable to attack. Now that our economy is up and running, we can turn our attention to military expansion. Our army is now entering the field, and we want to augment it with a few more units. Unfortunately, we have reached our population capacity and will be unable to build more troops until we increase it. Population capacity can be increased by building houses. Let's do this now. Select your builder and instruct him to build a house at the indicated location. Good. As you can see, we have increased our population capacity, giving us some room to support more units. So now, select your builder and find the barracks building. Build a barracks at the indicated location.
Me build good.
Now click on your barracks. Displayed at the bottom of the screen are the units this building is able to make. Let's make a few short bows. Click on the short bow button 4 times. Excellent. You can see that the archers have all queued up and are now being produced, one after another. The strength of our army is increased, and our economy is generating much needed resources. However, we are somewhat limited in what we can do, given the confines of a single territory. The only available territory is controlled by an enemy. If we wanted, we'd have to take it from them by force. Select your army and march to the specified location.
The blood's up. Aye, as smooth as single knot.
There's the enemy base. Defeat their army and demolish their ministry, the eastern equivalent of your city center.
Pipers, traveling music. To the victor goes the whiskey. We're under attack. Toss the caber. How's that for gathering fast? A can of wings in there. The fire's in here. Toss the caber.
Wheel that, the bastards!
It is in my blood to follow, sire.
Now that their ministry is gone, your enemies have lost control of the territory. Your builder is on his way. When he arrives, use him to build a city center over the rubble of the ministry.
Hammer time.
Finally, what I'm here for.
Sorry.
The new city center is now complete. The territory is now under your control, enabling you to gather resources and construct buildings there. In this way, your civilization expands and your influence grows. Your civilization cannot exist in a vacuum. Key to success in Empire Earth 3 is learning how to manipulate your neighbors and world events to your benefit. In this portion of the tutorial, you will learn about diplomacy, technologies, native tribes, and events. Our civilization has gotten off to a good start, but to grow further, we'll need information on our surroundings. Select your horseman raider and use him to scout the indicated location.
Love me, love my horsey. I ride with the wind. It's the beans.
Aha! We have neighbors, and look! The diplomacy button is flashing. This indicates that one of our tribes has a proposal for us. Open up the diplomacy menu by clicking on the button. Now you can see all of the races we've encountered. If you mouse over the different icons, you can see their region and their diplomatic stance toward you. Click the flashing button now. Now you can inspect and decide to accept or deny your current proposals. Go ahead and accept. We have our first ally. Now you'll notice that we have line of sight on all of our allies' buildings and units, and they have this for our units as well. Urgent news. A peasant has arrived on the outskirts of our territory, asking for an audience. Let's hear what he has to say. Events like this will occur periodically in Empire Earth 3, most being optional and all providing some sort of reward if completed successfully. Your army is once again entering the field. Use it to liberate the peasants.
Finally, what I'm here for. Sign your wills. I cannot wait to get there. Toss the caber! How's that for gathering at last? My career is about to spike. About to attack! The haggis won. Finally! What a miss!
There are many different kinds of events, with many different objectives. Which ones you undertake is completely up to you. My word, we're under attack! It seems we have found another tribe on the map, one much less friendly than the first. Jealous of our wealth and position, they have chosen to make war on us. Well, we will have the last laugh. We were clearly outmatched. This new tribe able to destroy our army due to their advanced weaponry. To fight back effectively, we will have to research new technologies of our own. To do this, we will need to advance to the next era of our civilization. Mouse over the flashing era button at the top of your screen to see the cost of doing this. As you can see, advancing to the next era costs technology points, and we are a little short at the moment. Technology points are a resource gathered by adding workers to your city center. Good. You can see that adding that worker has begun to accumulate tech points for you. When you have reached 100 tech points, click the flashing arrow button. Your civilization is now upgrading. When it is finished, new units and abilities will be available. You can see that your civilization is now more advanced. It is time to reform our army with more modern units to confront our aggressors. Produce 8 knights from your stables, 8 longbows from your barracks, and 3 trebuchets from your workshop.
Wait until the heavens fail, my lord. What can I do, Liege? Liege, is that you? Blasted visor!
Do you have an order, or do you just like my company?
More man,
I would wait until the heavens fail, my lord. What can I do, Liege? I compliment your good taste.
Good. Our new army is now ready for action. Select your units and advance on the enemy, destroy their base, and make them pay for their transgressions.
okay, but watch your toes. I prefer not to back up. Okay, but watch your toes.
If you're quick, you may learn something.
Do I look like someone who waits?
So, Time to turn heads.
Battle is upon me.
If you're quick, you may learn something.
I compliment your good taste.
Do I look like someone who waits?
I will wait until the heavens fail, my lord.
I've got the world.
As you command, Grace. May I call you Grace?
May my courage this day never stray. Duty calls. That's D-U-T-Y. I'm so much fun when I'm clad in armor. Press on to victory.
Prepare the firing mechanism. Is it permissible to feel totally north? Prepare the firing mechanism. I'd shake hands. But gonna hurt.
I compliment your good taste.
See if you can keep up.
May my courage this day never stray. Advance! It's the aim to spread the flame.
Welcome to the world level. In Empire Earth 3, your plans for world domination are organized from here, and battles are fought over multiple provinces. In this portion of the tutorial, you will learn about globe control, armies, province types, and world technologies. Your efforts thus far have occurred within the confines of a single province of which you are now sole owner. The globe, as you can see, is segmented into many provinces like this one. To rotate the globe, click and hold your left mouse button and drag to spin. Good. All provinces in world domination are designated to one of four types: military, commerce, imperial, or research. Our province has already been assigned as a military type, a military province, which is used to muster and support armies. Now click on your province, and then select the flashing icon from your province panel to create an army. Excellent. Our army has been created and is now standing by in Eastern Europe. Below you can see the army creation interface. Here you can customize the contents of your force, or simply use one of the default loadouts. For now, our needs are fairly straightforward, so the default loadout will be fine. With our army now created, take note of the provinces surrounding yours. The icons in those provinces indicate that they are occupied solely by native tribes. Easy pickings for a disciplined force such as ours. Now let's issue an order to invade Southern Europe. Select your army by left-clicking it, and then right-click on Southern Europe to move it there. The arrow indicates that you have issued a move order to this army. However, this order will not be executed until you click the Advanced Turn button. Do this now. Now you can see your orders being executed, and the army is invading Southern Europe. In World Domination mode, once orders are given, they are all executed simultaneously when the turn is advanced. Once all conflicts from those orders are resolved, a new turn will begin. Let's resolve our conflict now. Click in Southern Europe to bring up your options for this battle. Now choose Battle Mode, and we will go down to the skirmish level to resolve this conflict. Now we are in Southern Europe, fighting for control of the province. The first thing we'll need to do is set up a base. Select your builders now and construct a city center. With our base of operations established, we need only to bring to heel the native tribes of this province. March your army on our enemies and wipe them from the earth.
I only eat after killing, and I'm stuffed. You've been rolling in the birthing stable. You know how much it cost to keep her idling? Does this armor look light to you?
This is a bad omen.
I am stuck on you.
Will you be joining me on the lines, my lord?
Well done. We now control Southern Europe. However, it was not without its cost. Our army has taken attrition from its attacks and will be less effective in subsequent battles. Click on your army in Southern Europe now. You can see that this army's health bar is now reduced, indicating that this army is suffering from attrition. Were you to continue to fight with this army, it would suffer combat penalties in the form of reduced maximum health. However, all is not lost. The answer to attrition is simple: do nothing. Armies will regain strength if they do not move or fight. We will want to lose the attrition on our army before we proceed further, so let's leave it where it is for now to rest. Even without combat, there is still much to attend to this turn. We have a freshly conquered province. Let's begin there. Select Southern Europe now. With Southern Europe selected, the UI has displayed relevant information on the province. What interests us most are its potential resources. Southern Europe produces far more of the imperial resource than anything else, and is therefore a natural choice to become an imperial province. Imperial provinces allow the owner to accumulate imperial points and produce spies. To make this an imperial province, select the imperial button. Good. Next turn, and for every turn thereafter, this province will produce the indicated amount of imperial points for you. Next, we will explore our available technologies. The technology panel is flashing. Click it now. Here you can see the different world techs that are available to research. The one we are interested in is roads and infrastructure. To research this tech, click the Roads and Infrastructure button now. With that technology purchased, we are free to use it on our provinces. To do this, click the Roads and Infrastructure icon and hold, dragging it over the province you want. Do this to Eastern Europe now. Great! This technology will take effect next turn. Now it's time to put this all into action. Click the Advanced Turn button now. Now you can see the effects of last turn's actions. Roads and infrastructure have been applied to Eastern Europe, and if you click on your army, you can see that their attrition has diminished. However, there is unwelcome news from the last turn as well. One of our AI opponents has conquered Scandinavia, a province to the north. Click on Scandinavia now. From the info panel for Scandinavia, you can see that it is rich in the research resource. Research provinces are very rare and very important. Owning them gives you the resources you need to epoch up. We will definitely want to capture this. However, you can see that the enemy army is still guarding this province. That army combined with the local militia would likely be too much for one of our armies to defeat alone. But if we were to team two armies together, we'd have a better shot. To this end, let's create a second army now in Eastern Europe. Now, task both armies to attack Scandinavia. Finally, advance the turn to execute these attacks. Excellent. You can see both of our armies made it to Scandinavia in one move, thanks to our roads and infrastructure technology. Let's attend to that battle. Click on Scandinavia now. You can now see another battle option available, Auto Resolve. When you auto-resolve a battle, the computer determines who has won the battle based on relative army strengths. Click the Auto-Resolve button now. Auto-resolve can only be used in conflicts involving enemy AI players. Battles against native tribes must always be resolved using battle mode. Success! We have gained control of the province. Let's now convert it to a research province so we can begin reaping the rewards. With Scandinavia selected, click the Research tab. Well done. You have now learned the basics of world domination. Go forth and conquer.
When the gods take us, we shall rest.
Ready to sever. Yes! My reward is to fight. I am like camel fat, loud and dangerous. Thank you, Master. My steel is ready. Ready to sever.
They just gave me a serious wake-up call.
Let it begin. My reward is to fight.
I am a good fighter. Ask my sister. Our destiny is here. Huh? What? Ah, yes. Wide awake. Never better.
Yes!
Say hello to Samira!
Sleep is for children. Log 10. Ready. Even Shadow's tired.
Ready to sever. My reward is to fight. We go to battle. Yes! Thank you, Master. We go to battle. My reward is to fight.
When the gods take us, we shall rest.
My axe is my will. I am like camel fat, loud and dangerous.
Sleep is for children.
My axe is my will. It's a good day to fight. Ready to sever.
Oh,
You
what?
snakes!
Oh, yes. Wide awake, never better.
We go to battle. I am like camel fat, loud and dangerous.
Take us to some good Turkish coffee. Take us to some good Turkish coffee. Keep my eyes from bending under the weight.
We are an invincible pair. She likes it when you scratch her behind the ears.
My axe is my will. It's a good day to fight. Thank you, Master. My reward is to fight. You snakes! Ready to sever. Thank you, Master. My reward is to fight.
Our destiny is here!
Thank you, Master. Let it begin. I will cleave my enemy in half!
I am a good fighter. Ask my sister.
My axe is my will.
Let me have at them.
My blade shall be true. I shall be rewarded.
Let me be your secret fighter.
Let's crush some skulls. The time for killing is close. I kill for pleasure. Let's crush some skulls.
Let them tremble before me. My blade shall be true.
Wise choice, me. Let me lead the way. The time for killing is close.
I shall be rewarded. Why the prophets? We're away.
By the kings, they hit hard!
Bring the little birds to slaughter.
By the great king, I am here. Move and strike! Move and strike!
It is time. Faster! We must go faster!
Let's crush some skulls.
By the great king, I am here.
I kill for pleasure. Wise choice. Me.
They are but kindling to my blade.
We are to taste
the
the messenger
blood.
is at hand.
I fly like a sandstorm.
Bring the little birds to slaughter. I smell the rain coming. A blood rain.
I beat anyone who tries to hold me back.
I shall be rewarded.
Wise choice. Me. I move like cobra.
It is time. Only their spilled blood will slow us.
My destiny has arrived. My feet want to sprint to the fight.
You have my allegiance. Wise choice. Me. Let me lead the way.
I'll trample any fool in my way.
Let me lead the way. Ha! Let me lead the way. I smell the rain coming. A blood rain. I'll open you up like a ripe melon.
You dare attack? I beat anyone who tries to hold me back. I bring you pain. I bring you suffering. Faster, we must go faster.
Let's crush some skulls.
I beat anyone who tries to hold me back. Let them tremble before me. Let me have at them.
No one can match my skill.
Who dares challenge you, my lord?
I will throw anything your majesty desires.
Let's crush some skulls.
My destiny has arrived. It is time. I will break you. My destiny has arrived. It is time.
You order us?
Beware the wind when it moves. Goodbye, little mouse. It is time.
You have my allegiance. The time for killing is close. Let me lead the way.
My blade shall be true.
I can toss 100 pots of fire in one go.
The messenger is at hand.
Ready to set the army ablaze.
We are to taste our own blood. My destiny has arrived. I shall be rewarded. A true warrior never rests. Like a bolt of lightning, I strike! My destiny has arrived. I will break you.
I can't wait to smite! I can toss 100 pots of fire in one go!
Let me have at them.
I'll bark at the enemy! I do not need water, only blood! I will throw anything your majesty desires!
Taste their own blood. I shall be rewarded. A true warrior never rests.
I can toss 100 pots of fire in one go!
The messenger is at hand.
Let's crush some skulls.
I move like Cobra. My blade shall be true. We triumph!
The dragon is ready to blow! Clear the way! Clear the way!
My destiny has arrived. The messenger is at hand.
1,000 bullets fill my pockets. I am your faithful servant.
You are to taste their own blood. I shall be rewarded. I will break you.
My pistol is loaded.
I shall be rewarded.
I am moving up. I obey humbly. I beat anyone who tries to hold me back. I'll trample any fool in my way.
Come.
My destiny has arrived.
Swiftly, I strike.
It is time. I eagerly await your command.
A thousand smiles upon you.
Yahya Shahada!
We shall blast them.
The King of Beasts awaits the carnage.
Do you require something? As you direct, CD.
A thousand smiles upon you.
You are to taste their
I
own
am worth
blood.
a dozen. No, 100 of them.
Destiny rides with me.
Ready! 10,000 blows upon you!
Swiftly, I strike. I love this job. An excellent plan, Avengers.
Wise choice, my young brother.
We are to taste our own blood.
Sound the drums.
I am your faithful servant. There shall fall before us. My pistol is loaded. A 1,000 bullets fill my pockets. I am your faithful servant.
Lion is ready.
We are to taste our own blood.
My pistol is loaded. We shall blast them. I am your faithful servant.
I am your dream, dear Nightmare. Most noble choice.
Death smells me. Let our blades reap favor from the gods.
You are a shrewd commander. 1,000 bullets fill my pockets. Here they go. My pistol is loaded. My pistol is loaded. I am your faithful servant.
The King of Beasts awaits the carnage.
My destiny has arrived.
My pistol is loaded. We shall blast them. 1,000 smiles upon you.
You dare attack?
Wise choice, my young brother.
My pistol is loaded. Do you require something? I am worth 1,000. No, 100 of them. My pistol is loaded. I am worth 1,000. No, 100 of them. I am your faithful servant. I am worth 1,000. No, 100 of them. 1,000 bullets fill my pockets.
They can fight back harder than I thought possible.
The King of Beasts awaits the carnage.
I am worth 1,000. No, 100 of them. My pistol is loaded.
Please speak, my master. A brilliant move, Infanter. 1,000 smiles upon you. They shall fall before us.
I am your dream, dear nightmare.
1,000 smiles upon you. I am worth 1,000. No, 100 of them.
Who dares challenge you, my lord?
My pistol is loaded. I am worth 1,000. No, 100 of them.
Let me have at them!
The King of Beasts awaits the carnage. My spurs are like razors. Agility is our greatest weapon. My arrows are sharp. Steady on. Like a four-headed demon, I kill in all directions. I am your dream, dear nightmare.
May you be pierced many times by my shot. I am your faithful servant. My pistol is loaded. Here they I am worth 1,000. No, 100 of them.
My spurs are like razors.
No man will wish to fight me.
You have woken the devil.
Aim for the eyes.
What have you been waiting for? You have excellent taste. You have woken the devil.
The King of Beasts awaits the carnage. Let death meet us and bow to our blade.
No man will wish to fight me. Mumtaz!
I will walk upon them like dung. Who dares challenge you, my lord?
What is the plan?
A glorious day! What is the plan?
Mumtaz! I'll grind your balls with my lead. Let death bring you comfort. You have excellent taste.
Sacrifice for freedom!
A great steel arrow moves towards them.
Where shall we strike?
Quickly! Glory awaits!
We move like the wind.
I represent all that is good about our cause.
What is the plan? Quickly! Glory awaits!
Mumtaz! What have you been waiting for? Mumtaz! You have woken the devil!
Flesh is weak, faith is strong! Where shall we strike?
I am your greatest weapon.
What have you been waiting for?
I am your greatest weapon.
What is the plan?
This is not good.
Can't you pick on a swordsman? Right away, master. Can't you pick on a swordsman? It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. I was sharpening my bar. Your minion awaits orders. I'm going! It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. I hope a great hand is guiding my way. A warrior walking in horse dung. I'm going! A warrior walking in horse dung. Can't you pick on a swordsman? Ha! Your spearman is ready. Can't you pick on a swordsman? Right away, master. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. Right away, master. I was sharpening my barb. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. Ha! Your spearman is ready. I was sharpening my barb. Right away, master. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. Ha! Your spearman is ready. Right away, master. Your minion awaits orders. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. Your minion awaits orders. Can't you pick on a swordsman? They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. Ha! Your spearman is ready. Can't you pick on a swordsman? I was sharpening my barb. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. Right away, master. I hope a great hand is guiding my way. Can't you pick on a swordsman? Your minion awaits orders. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. I was sharpening my barb. Ha! Your spearman is ready. A warrior, horse down. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. Right away, master. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. Their cavalry will topple. Ha! Your spearman is ready. I'm going, I'm going. I'm going, I'm going. I hope a great hand is guiding my way.
What is your desire? I heed your command.
I was sharpening my barb. Out of my way! Men march, women ride horses. Right away, master. Can't you pick on a swordsman? I can hold up a man and a horse on my weapon. Right away, master. I was sharpening my barb. My blade and my sharp points are ready. Ha! Your spearman is ready.
It is time to prove my obedience.
I was sharpening my barb. Your minion awaits orders. I trained very hard for this. Ha! Your spearman is ready. Right away, master. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. I'm going, I'm going.
It is time to prove my obedience. It is time to prove my obedience. My legs are lithe, but strong.
I was sharpening my barb. I'm going, I'm going. Right away, master.
What is your desire? Like an arrow, I go. Even now, my bow is ready.
I will crush them. I like marching. I was sharpening my barb. Right away, master. A warrior walking in horse dung.
I bend like a bow to your will. It is time to prove my obedience.
I hope a great hand is guiding my way. Right away, master. I hope a great hand is guiding my way. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry.
It is time to prove my obedience. Like an arrow, I go.
They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. Their cavalry will topple. I was sharpening my barb. Your minion awaits orders. Can't you pick on a swordsman? My blade and my sharp point are ready. Their cavalry will topple. Your minion awaits orders. Can't you pick on a swordsman? Ha! Your spearman is ready. I hope a great hand is guiding my way. I can hold up a man and a horse on my weapon.
Your command is my wish.
I can smell their horses. Your minion awaits orders. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. My blade and my sharp point are ready. Their cavalry will topple.
I am agile as a monkey. My will is strong.
I will crush them. I trained very hard for this.
It is time to prove my obedience.
Ha! Your spearman is ready. Your minion awaits orders. I hope a great hand is guiding my way. I was sharpening my barb. Their cavalry will topple. There's less than 1,000. I'm not interested. My bow is loaded. Ha! Your spearman is ready. Your minion awaits orders. Right away, master.
Ho ho!
Limbering up, sir. Can't you pick on a swordsman? Limbering up, sir. You've selected the best. They will flee when they see me.
I will try my best.
I was sharpening my barb. I hope a great hand is guiding my way. I'm going. Aim for the heart. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. A warrior walking with horse. I'm going. I'm sharpening my bar. If there's less than 1,000, I'm not interested.
These helmets are little big.
My aim will be true. Limbering up, sir. I'm halfway there, and therefore halfway not there. I'll kill them fast or slow, your choice. I throw farther with a belly full of rice wine. Your minion awaits orders. A warrior walking in horse dung. They are attacking like mad dogs! Right away, sir. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. Ha! Your spearman is ready. Limbering up, sir. I cross the spot yet. Can't you pick on a swordsman? I'll trample the first one. And somebody wants to start something? Can't you pick on a swordsman? We are tough. You shoot with a broken arrow. Just point. We are tough. You shoot with a broken arrow. Just point. We are tough. We are like chickens. They are knocking the blood out of everything. 2 swords allows you to fight 2 men at once. We are touched. We are touched. I'm the captain. The master swordsman is ready. It is wise to stay behind the cavalry. Right away, master. You will be able to build walls with their corpses. I throw farther with a belly full of rice wine. I move like a flame across the land. He ate some glue, so his lips are sealed. We are like chickens. Pull. My powder is dry, I think. Right away, Master. Stab and barbecue, that's me. I honor my life by imparting death. 2 swords allows me to fight 2 men at once. Follow my lead. If there's less than 1,000, I'm not interested. I was sharpening my bar. They were sorry they met me on back. 2 swords allows me to fight 2 men at once. Stab and barbecue, that's me. I throw father with a belly full of rice wine. I toss a sparkling death. My will is pure. Ha! Your spearman is ready. Right away, Master. I hope a great hand is guiding my way. I throw father with a belly full of rice wine. You wanted a whole bar. They are attacking like mad dogs. I was sharpening my bar. Right away, Master. Have to reload a sword. I'll trample the first one who angers me. Let them die by the thousands. Your minion awaits orders. Can't you pick on a swordsman? They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. A warrior walking with horse dung. I'll trample the first one who angers me. Let them die by the thousands. Nobody look me in my hole. I will burn to line them up, shoot them down. Let no one question my skill. I was sharpening my bar. Your minion awaits orders. If my gun doesn't work, I am ready to beat them with it. We get all the respect we need with bullets. Like rats, they fear the fire. If my gun doesn't work, I am ready to beat them with it. Hurry up, you big lug. Who's blocking the sun? $1,000 a minute coming up. Even the sun's heat is a danger. You place great faith in me. My powder is dry, I think. Ha! It works very good. I was sharpening my bar. Ha! Your spearman is ready. If my gun doesn't work, I am ready to beat them with it. My powder is dry, I think. Watch it. I will be burned to a crisp. I won't have to reload a sword. Dance, you stupid guy. They will be carrying things soon enough. Yes, stupid guy. Line them up, shoot them down. You don't have to reload a sword. Kill them slowly. Anyone got a problem with me? Can't you pick on a sword? Hey, hang on! They are at your place great faith in. Your place great faith in. Take that! Anyone got a problem with me? The faster I'm there, the sooner the blood. Line them up, shoot them down. I'm going. You don't have to reload a sword. Line them up, shoot them down. The bullets are hitting back! My powder is dry, I think. How can we help? Blow something up? You place great faith in me. My powder is dry, I think. This might not be the best move. Back. Your minion awaits orders. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! We're dying here. I gotta get this thing barking. The cannoneer is here! I was playing Pachinko. Is there coffee? There has to be coffee. Wakichigayo. I am crazy.
This will show them. Ready. Really, really ready. Ready.
Now. Run. This is a jump. I was playing Pachinko, but he just... This is a jump. Yeah. Very excited. Blast and run.
Ready. Really, really ready. Ready.
Run. I will go anytime you please. This is a jump. Total respect. Run! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Is there coffee? There has to be coffee. More than one trick up my sleeve. You'll see. Your minion will. This grenade will scatter them to the wind. Only Yakuza has two barrels. I'd love to gamble. I'd love to gamble. Thread their men together with my heel. I'd love to gamble with you. Yeah. I am very excited. I am crazy. I'd love to gamble with this. Is there coffee? There has to be coffee. Is there coffee? There has to be coffee.
Ready. As soon as I find the key.
Yeah. I am very excited. I'd love to gamble with bullets. Your minion awaits orders. They will be sorry they met me on the battlefield. Ha! Your spearman is ready. I'm going. I was playing pachinko, but it doesn't matter. I do what is required. Ada, too much green tea.
Sorry, what?
More than one trick up my sleeve, you'll see. Is there coffee? There has to be coffee.
My ears are on.
More than one trick up my sleeve, you'll see. I was playing pachinko, but it doesn't matter. Ada, too much green tea. Only Yakuza packs 2 barrels. I am a beast. Soon I may suffer no more.
Better we fight as brothers.
Democracy is a rest stop on freeway to communism.
We will free ourselves from their oppression.
Can't you pick on a swordsman? I was playing pachinko, but it doesn't matter. Only Yakuza packs 2 barrels. Do you love me, master? Why did you create me? Good. Send me far away. Boku wa kichigai yo. I am crazy.
I think there's a fly in here.
Ha! Your spearman is ready. Your monster is ready. Your minion awaits orders.